Hi, Isabella. Thank you for being here today. I want to start by letting you know that everything we discuss is confidential. The only expectations are if you tell me something that makes you believe you may harm yourself or someone else, or if there's an abuse or neglect of a child or vulnerable adult. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay, thank you. Great. Today's session is just an intake. It's a chance for me to get to know you and understand what brings you in so we can begin identifying how to best support you. If anything feels uncomfortable, you're welcome to pause or skip any question. Does that sound okay to you?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just grateful that someone's actually talking to me.
Thank you. Okay, so let's get started. Let's start with what brought you in. Can you tell me a little more about what you've been experiencing lately?
Yeah, well, I've been extremely overwhelmed with work and the kids and just everything. I can't concentrate at work and I've missed so many deadlines. It's honestly embarrassing. I'm used to staying on top of things, and when I'm not, my heart starts racing and I feel this tightness in my chest almost every day and I'm just extremely stressed all the time.
Sounds very distressing. It makes sense that all of this would leave you feeling anxious. Can you tell me when you started noticing these changes?
Um, well, it's been building up for about a year, but it's only gotten worse after my divorce was finalized. I started working more, and with my kids depending on me, I just don't have time. I don't have time to breathe.
Okay, so you've been trying to juggle being a full-time professional and a single mom, all while dealing with anxiety, no break. That's a lot for one person. I really admire your willingness to reach out for support despite everything on your plate. You also mentioned heart racing and chest pains. Have you seen any medical provider about that?
No, I keep putting it off. I just keep telling myself it's just a stress, and I just don't want to take the time off from work for another appointment.
Okay, understandable. Especially when time is tight. So I understand completely. But your physical health is important too, and those symptoms can definitely be connected to your anxiety. I'd encourage you to check in with your doctor. Would you feel comfortable doing that?
Maybe if it would help with everything else, I think I could try.
Okay, it could be one step towards easing the physical burden you're carrying. How is all this affecting your sleep and appetite?
My sleep has been bad. I'm usually up worrying through the night. I eat because I have to, not because I really want to, and I don't really enjoy food anymore.
Okay. Let's see. Thank you for sharing that with me. You mentioned that your job as a project manager is demanding. What's a typical workday like for you?
Hmm. Well, there's meetings, there's managing the team, juggling timeline. It's very intense. And now I find myself zoning out during meetings or forgetting what I just read. It's just like my brain just shuts off sometimes.
That sounds incredibly difficult. How are your coworkers or supervisors responding to that?
My managers are starting to notice. She hasn't really said anything harsh, but I know I'm not performing the way I should be. I'm just scared I'll get fired, and I really need this job at the moment. So,
It must be hard carrying all that fear every day with while trying to still do your best. Have you thought about taking any time off, or have you taken any time off?
no, I really don't believe in it. I just feel guilty even thinking about it. Um, just with everything, it's just, I don't know. I, I'm just not up for taking some time off right now. Just feel like I missed something, or I don't know. No, I haven't.
Okay, understandable. Let's talk about your family. You mentioned that you have two children, right? How are they doing?
They are struggling. My oldest used to be really talkative, and now they're barely responding to me. My youngest, on the other hand, has started to get in trouble at school, and I think they're feeling the absence of their dad, and even my parents not being in the picture anymore.
That sounds very hard, not just managing your own stress, but watching your kids go through their emotional shifts as well. How are you coping with the parenting stress?
Um, I try to hold it together, but some nights I just cry in the shower. I don't want them to see how much I'm hurting, so that's really the only time I can release my stress, my anger, my frustration, all my emotions just comes out when I'm in the shower.
It's clear to me that it's clear that how much you love your kids and want to protect them. So it's okay to feel overwhelmed. You're showing up, and that's what counts the most. Um, you mentioned that believing in God. Has your faith played a role in helping you manage stress?
Well, it used to. I grew up in the church, but after I had the falling out with my parents, I stopped going. Now, when I think about church, I'm just thinking about them and the argument we had. So I just haven't been going really.
That disconnect must be painful to endure. Have you thought about reconnecting to your spirituality in other ways?
Maybe I pray sometimes. I miss the feeling that I used to get at church, like I wasn't alone. And now I just feel like I have no one.
Um, let's see. What would you like to get out of counseling? What would change look like for you?
Well, I want to feel like myself again. I want to be able to focus at work. I want to be a present mom and maybe reconnect with people. I just want to be able to breathe again. I feel like I'm not able to just take a sigh. I just want to catch my breath and I just want to be able to be okay with everything going on. I just want to feel okay because I just don't feel okay right now.
Those are meaningful goals. I think together that we can work on reducing the anxiety and building some coping skill tools to help with the stress and disconnection you've been feeling. How are you feeling after sharing all of this today?
Honestly, I feel really relieved. I really haven't told anyone any of this. So it was relieving to actually just say it out loud, but I was nervous coming in, but it feels good to finally say something about my struggles and my problems.
Well, Isabella, I want to let you know that you've taken the first strong step in sharing this. We'll move at a pace that feels right for you. Just remember that um, everybody has anxiety. We all have different coping skills and ways of coping. So, with all the information that you shared with me today, um, is duly noted, and we're gonna come up with a plan to help you with your stress and anxiety and get your life back on track. How does that sound?
That sounds great. Thank you. Thank you so much. This really means a lot.
No problem, Isabella. Thank you for being open with me today. So, this is going to conclude our intake, and we'll be reaching out to you as soon as possible. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.